Good morning, everyone. My name is Meredith, and I'm going to talk about differentiated instruction and how we can apply that inside the classroom. So for the lesson, we're going to be talking about how to write a hook in an 8th grade English language arts classroom. But first, I want to talk about what is differentiated instruction. So you kind of, textbook definition is it's an effective teaching strategy that provides different students with a variety of ways of learning inside the same classroom. So very important, obviously, in our classrooms to be able to reach out to all the different learning groups and be able to activate their knowledge in different ways. So going into the lesson, how I would do that for my language arts lesson on how to write a hook. So the first thing I'd want to do is actually get their pre-assessment knowledge. So I'd want to do a knowledge check the day before. I would ask them for their homework to think about ways to write a hook, activate their prior knowledge from 7th grade, and have them indicate multiple ways or any ways they can think of with examples on how to write a hook. The next day during class, as I'm going through checking their homework, I'm actually able then to group my students together based on their knowledge. So I like to be able to group students together to see, who can help each other out in the classroom. We're a team, and those students that might have more knowledge and those that don't, they can work together to help each other out. So I would group them together based on their knowledge and going off of this pre-assessment homework assignment. From there, once they're in their groups, I'd want to be able to use a video. I think technology in the classroom is essential. Students today, obviously technology is a huge part of what they do. So incorporating video and other person's perspective, I think, would be a good way to differentiate, as now they're not just listening to me talk about how to write a hook, but they're watching someone else, they're seeing it visually on the screen, they're hearing about it in different auditory ways. So I think that's a big way to incorporate differentiated instruction. And as the lesson is going, what I would have available is a worksheet with the ways to write a hook already written down, and I would hand out that worksheet to my IDP students or those that are lower performing to give them something concrete in front of them and them to be able to use to take their notes on. So once the video is done, I think the next step is to go over it as a group, together as a class, asking for participation. But the last step in this to be able to differentiate is have them actually act out their hook. So among those groups that I put them in earlier in the day, they would actually stand up, they would perform it. Let's say a student is talking about the Civil War and they're using a hook of a famous speech. So Abraham Lincoln and his Gettysburg Address. So the student may get up and say 77 years ago, for example. I think that would be a final way to impart that knowledge, being able to act it out, speak it, and listen as well to someone else. So that's what I have on differentiated instruction and how to write a hook in the classroom. All right, bye.